What is going on, beautiful people? Dan Suckling here, and inside of today's video, I want to talk about expectations. And the reason why I want to bring this topic up is because currently we are running a done-for-you offer within FitPro University, meaning we build the funnels, we design the funnels, we write the ad copy, we launch the ads, we manage the ads. Basically, we do everything, and we allow these fitness coaches to just focus on what they do best, which is, coaching their clients, helping them get in shape, and get incredible results. And basically, we were working with this particular done-for-you client for about 3 months. I'm not going to name drop, but essentially, I received an email one morning, and it was quite a horrible email, quite a rude email, saying that he wanted out, he wasn't happy with the result, he was unhappy with the service, yada, yada, yada. And so me as a logical human, I looked inside of his KPI tracker to see what did the numbers look like from the ad campaign that we were running over the last couple of months. And to my surprise, he had spent $2,300 on advertising. He had collected $17,000 in cash collected revenue, and the contracted revenue was something around $26,000. So he received a 7.2x return on his ad spend from the campaign that we were running for him, yet he wasn't happy. And one of the biggest challenges that we face as coaches inside of this industry is managing client expectations. Some people might come into a coaching program and they might expect a 20x ROAS, right, on their ad campaign, which is unbelievable. It does happen, but it's very few and far between. Some people might come in and be super happy with the result in getting a 2x ROAS or a 3x ROAS. I know for myself, if I was getting a 3x ROAS, I would be taking the freaking tax money out of my bank account and just doubling down on ads. Not literally, but you get the point. And so I say this because if you don't manage client expectations and you don't set the frame inside of your onboarding process around what the benchmarks are, what the conversions are, what the KPI should look like, then you're going to run into challenges just like I have. And it's a challenge that I faced myself. Back when I first started out in 2016, I jumped on a sales call with my very first mentor by the name of Lynn Trin. And inside of my mind, I thought this mentorship program was going to be like $1,000, right? Or $2,000. And he pitched me $8,000. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's not worth it, right? And I said to myself, I can't afford that. And he said to me, well, what are you going to do? What's the alternative, Dan? And it was a really good question because I pondered on that for a couple of weeks and I thought, what am I going to do? Right? I had jumped on calls with multiple different mentors and they all pitched me the same price. So now my expectations got reset. And so after pondering on this, what am I going to do question, after 2 weeks, I sold my lounge room furniture. I sold the TV in my lounge. I rang the bank, I got a $6,000 personal loan, and I jumped back on a call with him and I said, let's do it. And the rest is history. 18 months later, we went on to generate $1.2 million inside of my online fitness business. But if I hadn't invested back then, if my expectations were skewed and I did not take action, I did not submit to the process, submit to the path, then I probably wouldn't be where I am today because it was the online fitness business that had, allowed me to master the skill sets around marketing, advertising, sales, client delivery, building systems, understanding KPIs and understanding data and, what the data is telling me. And so many people inside of this industry, and especially newbies, they have expectations that are, completely misaligned from reality. And when an expectation does not match the internal blueprint that we have inside of our mind, it basically creates chaos. I basically took that email that I received from this done-for-you client. I had a meeting with the team, and I basically screen shared this email to the team, and all of them, they couldn't believe it. And I shared it with a few close clients that I had inside of the program. I said, what do you think about this, man? It's like, shit. He's getting a better ROAS than me. What's the niche? What's the offer? I want to model that thing, jokingly, right? And I say this because if your expectations are not aligned with the reality that you are experiencing inside of your world right now, it is going to lead to chaos. One mindset that I have adopted over the years is not having expectations. My expectation is not based on the result. My expectation is based on the routine, the habits, the rituals, and the actions, the inputs that I need to perform every single day, because I know that if I just fall in love with the daily work, if I fall in love with the daily actions and I can stay consistent with it, then the result is going to happen as a byproduct. There's that famous saying that says, the guy who loves walking will always walk further than the guy who loves the destination. Something along those lines, you get what I mean? But expectations are this big thing that unless you can manage them yourself, because no one else can manage them for you, we can try to shift your perspective, once you jump into a coaching program. But unless you adopt that perspective and accept that perspective, nothing's going to change, and you're always going to end up with dissatisfaction inside of your life. You're always going to get dissatisfied and disappointed. So I wanted to share this lesson on expectations because I think it's something that a lot of people are struggling with. Not so much struggling with because they don't see it as a struggle or a challenge, but a lot of coaches are struggling with managing expectations for their clients, and it leads to a lot of unhappiness and a lack of fulfillment when you have a small handful of clients inside of your coaching program that are crushing it in reality, but they're still not happy with the result, So that is it from me today, bit of a rant. I would love to know your thoughts around expectations, how you manage them. Do you deal with this inside of your coaching program with your clients? If so, drop a comment down below and let me know. But apart from that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got something from it, and we'll speak very soon.